Why are we drawn to stories that bleed? Where heroes fall, kingdoms die, and hope flickers like a dying ember. Grimdark fantasy isn't escapism, it's confrontation. It strips away illusions, exposes the bones of reality, and asks us to stare. This is the beauty of despair, and this is why Grimdark matters. Welcome to the abyss, where the weight of the world presses down, and the light at the end of the tunnel isn't salvation, it's fire. To the uninitiated, Grimdark looks bleak. Suffering without end, victory without meaning. But those who know understand despair doesn't erase meaning. It forces us to look for it. In traditional fantasy, heroes fight because the world can be saved. In Grimdark, they fight knowing it can't, and yet they fight. That is not hopelessness. It's human. So let me ask you, what moves you more? Fighting to win or fighting when winning is impossible? If that question made you pause even for a second, press the like button. Not for me, but for those that are still fighting. Nietzsche once warned us, if you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Grimdark is that abyss. It doesn't tell us who to be. It asks, what happens when survival costs your soul? Grimdark doesn't glorify darkness. It reveals it and asks what we'll do when we are standing in it. It reminds us morality is not a crown. It's a decision. One we may make again and again and again. What would you choose? Mercy in a world that punishes it, or survival at the cost of your soul? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me who you'd be in the abyss. Grimdark isn't about victory. It's about endurance. It's the thief who spares the guard because once someone spared him. It's the soldier who protects a single child knowing it won't save the war. It's the broken king who fights not for a crown but because it is all he has left. What's more powerful, a shining hero or a scared survivor who keeps going anyway? So why do we keep coming back to these broken worlds? Because the world we live in isn't a fairy tale either. Grimdark stories prepare us not to hope blindly, but to endure, to act, to fight, knowing the cost. These stories don't give us happy endings. They give us something real, meaning that must be made, not handed down. Has a Grimdark story ever taught you anything? Like, what stayed with you after the final page? If you've ever finished a book and just sat there, lost in silence, then you already know, hit the subscribe button, because here we don't just read stories, we survive them together. The beauty of despair isn't in the suffering, it's in what we choose to do with it. So tell me, what draws you to Grimdark? Is it brutal honesty, the emotional scars, or that tiny stubborn ember of hope that refuses to die? If you don't have an answer to that question, find your answers in this video, the clear difference between traditional and Grimdark fantasy. Stay epic and peace.